Yeah, I would smoke 30 to 40 cigarettes a day. It's the very first thing I thought of when I woke up, and it's the last thing I thought of when I went to sleep. Everything I did revolved around smoking. Every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, the cravings. I smoke without even realizing I'm smoking. Um, it just cost me money, made me stink. My fingers are stained, my teeth are yellow. It was nasty. I couldn't breathe. Spending a lot of money at the doctors, a lot of money on breathing treatments and nebulizers and CPAP mask at home. It was just getting out of control, and I needed to make a life change. I've tried before in my past. It was just not working. I've tried the gum, the vape, the you name it. I've tried all the gizmos. I just needed to really take charge of my own life and move on. Yeah, I didn't realize how much smoking had controlled my life at all. I smoked because I chose to. I realized it consumed so much of my time. It controlled me. It truly did. It dictated when I would take a phone call, when I wouldn't, when I would wake up, when I wouldn't. I've realized how much time I've missed from my family smoking. I've missed precious moments in my life and in my children's lives and my wife's life because of the cigarettes. It controlled me, truly. I was scared that I would to be a non-smoker. To be honest with you, that was an identity to me. I smoked. I enjoyed smoking. I enjoyed the smoke breaks, going out with my friends. You're at the bar drinking. Oh, I'm going out to smoke. I was fearful of not doing that. For some reason, I don't know why, as silly as that sounds, I enjoyed that lifestyle and I enjoyed that identity. And I was very fearful to let that go. Couldn't breathe at all. We live in Michigan. It's humid. I cannot breathe. In the winter, it was very bad for me. I had a rescue inhaler in my hand and in my pocket every day. I would smoke, and halfway through my cigarette, because I couldn't breathe, I would take an asthma and an albuterol treatment, and I was embarrassed and ashamed by that. I would not let anyone or my coworkers, because they would obviously look at me like, what are you doing? Because I know how dumb that it is to keep doing that. It controlled my life, and I literally and couldn't breathe, just couldn't breathe. And I knew, and I'm only 37 years old. I'm way too young to not be able to breathe. This is ridiculous. I can't keep up with my kids. I'm becoming lazy. It had to stop. I was very skeptical, actually. I do know my uncle and a couple of my family members have been hypnotized, and they said, well, for me, the one that really kind of, well, maybe it could work, but not for me. I actually reached out to my uncle and just asked him about him and how it worked, and so I had a very different idea of how this would go. It's not at all what I thought it would be. He at all. I did come in. I said the worst that could happen is it doesn't work, so I chose to have an open mind, even though I don't believe that it would work. And I truly left a non-smoker. It was a great experience. I was present the entire time. It was very pleasant, very relaxed. It was like getting massaged mentally, honestly. And I have no desire to smoke. I didn't even think about it for a couple hours, and then those urges did come. The nicotine withdrawals were there for me, very prevalent, but nothing at all that I couldn't control. Nothing that my subconscious didn't want to control. They would come quick and they would leave quick. I knew what was going on. I had full control over it. Irritability. I had all of that you would expect to experience, but nothing is severe. It was not severe. I don't know how to explain it other than it was just dull. It was there. I know it was going on. But I was okay with it. It's worth it. This is 7 days for me. I didn't think about a cigarette until 4 hours after I woke up. I didn't even remember. Oh yeah, and then I wanted one, and it comes and goes. It's that worked. Smells. The world smells gross. I have smoked my entire adult life. I went home, and me and my wife, she quit as well. And our house, we thought we're clean people. Certain parts of our house needed to be really deep clean, and we tore out a carpet in our kids' room, and it didn't. The smells to me, I just couldn't believe what I was missing. It was incredible in taste. Coffee. I've obviously never tasted coffee before in my life. I'm a big coffee drinker, and it is delicious. I couldn't when I had that. It was about day 4 for me when I had that cup of coffee in the morning. It just blew my mind. It was like the first time I've ever drank coffee all over again. It was just amazing experience. smoking was definitely number one for me. It had to get done, and now that I know I can do that, and my wife's doing that, we are both moving on. We're moving on to create a better, healthy lifestyle, mentally, physically, for our children and our family. We're non-smokers, and we live a healthy life. If anyone knew me, they would think never in a million years could this guy be hypnotized. But obviously something happened subconsciously with me to where I am doing this and I will continue to do this. It worked for me and I'm going to move on being a non-smoker. You got to try it. I've already told my friends, a couple of my buddies, you got to do it. It will work if you want it to work. If you want to quit and you're at least open-minded to coming into the idea of hypnosis can help you, and you got to want to quit, you will. You will walk out a non-smoker. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm Dave Gentry, and I'm a non-smoker.